Where's some of these 230s at? God, these niggas smoke. What is that? Not Colossians 3. Or 12. He actually told him, oh, we live, right? All right, shalom, shalom.
Shalom.
We the Hebrew Israelites coming to you week in and week out. We preach the gospel of the kingdom so we can get up out of here. But first and foremost, we want to give all honor and glory to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakah, Kadash.
And peace and blessings to the sincere men, women, and children, diligently inspired the spirit of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, trying to make that call and let you sure. You want to bring it up? Colossians 3.
This is First Colossians, or Colossians chapter 3, verse 12. It says, "Put on therefore as the elect of God."
So put on the elect of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. Now he tells you we gotta walk in the ways of the elect. Now he's about to break down how do we do that. Because a lot of people say, oh, you want to walk in the ways of the elect, you gotta be diligent and going in the highways. You gotta be diligent and putting sit downs up, right? You gotta keep the laws to the best of your ability. Well, that's not true. Keeping the law and going into the highways and doing sit downs are requirements. We're not getting points for that. This is what we getting points for.
It says, "Holy and beloved."
So we got to be separate.
Bowels of mercies.
Bowels of mercy. So we got to have complete bottomless mercy. You don't want to run out of mercy. If you run out of mercy for your people, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua going to run out of mercy for you. Matter of fact, James 2 and 13. So it says you got to have bowels of mercy. So the reason why I tell him is like, listen, man, your mercy got to be bottomless. Okay? And there's a reason for saying that.
All right, James 2, verse 13. For he shall have judgment without mercy, that hath showed no mercy.
So the Most High God is going to have, the Most High God is going to have judgment without mercy towards the people who haven't shown mercy. Okay? That's why we're given instructions to have that mercy, so that we could get that mercy. Now this is that was James, Yahushua's actual brother, preaching this. Okay, Yahushua's actual brother is literally saying that we got to do what? We got to have that mercy, or we're going to get judged without mercy. And this is Yahushua telling you.
All right, Matthew chapter 5, verse 7. Blessed are the merciful.
So blessed are the merciful. So you're blessed when you got mercy.
For they shall obtain mercy.
They shall obtain mercy. That's the name of the game. Okay, the name of the game is everything you get out is what you're going to get back. And you want mercy, so we got to put that mercy back. That's why the elect are going to have mercy. Because the only way you're going to get salvation is with mercy. Because we all deserve death. Okay, we all deserve death. So the only way we're getting out of here is through mercy. And that's why that's one of the traits of the elect.
It says kindness, humbleness of mind.
Now, kindness goes into what? Being kind to your people. Because kindness breaks down to the word kin. When you go to the etymology, it literally goes into being kind to your people. Okay? Your people. Not just people who are woke. Okay? You got to be kind to all your people. You can't just choose who you're going to do good to.
Well, when you say that, it tells you what we just read the first line. It says, put on therefore as the elect of Yahweh. So if you want to be the elect of Yahweh, you're going to be an example to your whole nation. You're not going to be in the spirit of, I'm going to love, but only love this person or love these people. You're going to be an example. It's bigger than you. Okay. We hear about long suffering, but a lot of people think that long suffering is, what we've been through here just in our captivity. Long suffering is actually having a spirit of kindness, having a spirit of meekness about you, okay? Turning the other cheek. That's what true power is, okay? You can actually do something, but you decide to show meekness to someone, okay? That's what Yahushua wanted for his men, okay? For his nation.
All right, Matthew chapter 4, verse 23. And Yahushua went about all Galilee, teaching in their synagogues, in preaching the gospel of the kingdom.
So Yahushua went about all Galilee preaching the gospel of the kingdom, because that's how we get out of here. The microchip, teaching a microchip, not getting us out of here. Teaching World War III, not getting us out of here. Okay? Teaching the 2/3, not getting us up out of here. Only preaching the gospel of the kingdom is going to get out of here. That's why Yahushua did it. And that's why he tells us to do it in Matthew 24:14.
And healing all manner of sickness and all manner of disease among the people.
So healing all manner of sickness and disease. Now, how are people born with sicknesses and diseases? From being cursed, from sin. Okay, now you did have a portion of people who Yahushua healed that were they didn't commit a sin, but they had a certain blemish. But you did have people who had blemishes on them from sin, and Yahushua still healed them. This doesn't specify, so we can only assume it's both. We can only assume it's both. So Yahushua healed the sinners and the people who were just lame or sick, just because to prove Yahushua's power and mercy.
Verse 24. And his fame went throughout all Syria.
Why? Because he had that mercy. Like, this is this guy. He's teaching great sayings. He's being merciful. He's loving everybody. Because back then, you had the scribes and the Pharisees that were looking down upon people who were so-called born in sin, who were born sick and lame, like the people who Yahushua healed. The people who were born like that, the scribes and the Pharisees, the majority of them were looking down on those people. That's why, again, go back to what? Part of this Colossians, putting on as the elect, not being high-minded, you're not looking down on your people.
And they brought unto him all sick people that were taken with diverse diseases and torments, and those which were possessed with devils, and those which were lunatic.
Oh, hold on. Those that were possessed with devils. And what do guys like to preach now, man? You got demons on you. Get your ass out of here. This guy's a demon. I want everybody to point him out. This guy's a demon. We're gonna mark him because he's a demon. Nobody go near him. This fellow's crazy. He's a nigga. Leave him alone. Well, Yahushua was healing these people with demons on them. The same people who y'all cast out, Yahushua is healing these people with demons on them.
And those that had the palsy, and he healed them. And there followed him great multitudes of people from Galilee, and from Decapolis, and from Jerusalem, and from Judea, and from beyond Jordan.
Yahushua was getting that fame from his mercy. And when you go to Zechariah, I believe it's 3:19, it goes into Yahushua said the elect are going to get that fame, because they're going to have that love. They're going to have that mercy. They're on the bottom right now because what? We know Acts 14:22. Now, right now, you got the elect. They're down and out right now, but that's for a reason. But that fame is going to come, just like with Yahushua. That fame is going to come.
Acts 14, verse 22. Confirming the souls of the disciples and exhorting them to continue in the faith, and that we must through much tribulation enter into the kingdom of God.
And this is why we're going to go through everything we're going through, because we got to go through the tribulation in order to get into the kingdom. Because when you love people who don't love you back, that tribulation. Okay, they come. If you're not tested, and you got to. That's why if you know anything about boxing, you don't just throw a guy out there to a champion like his before he's ready. You got to have him build up that experience first. You don't just throw him out there. He got to build up that experience first. And you got right now that championship fight is going to be Jacob Shelby. And right now the elect are building up for that fight.
It says, put on therefore as the elect of Yahweh, holy and beloved, vows of mercy, kindness, humbleness of mind, meekness, long suffering, forbearing one another and forgiving one another.
And long suffering goes into what? Enduring injury or violence or persecution. Enduring that. And not only enduring it, but also keeping your integrity. If a guy comes up against us, we got to keep our integrity. It was like if LeBron James, if somebody's taping LeBron James, and a racist white guy come up and say, "We hate you, nigga," and LeBron James replies, "We hate you, cracker." They don't care about this white guy.
Right.
But LeBron, what's going to happen to him?
He's losing his endorsements. He's he's going to be banned probably from some games. They're going to smite his name.
Right.
Okay. So
he can't say what a guy. Bro, they're not trying to hear none of that. And we're ambassadors of Yahweh Bashim Shah. Right. So when people come up against us, when demons come up against us through people, right? We can't just we can't lower our integrity because of situations that we're in. It's like what LeBron said. I mean, like with the situation when somebody is of stature in this world. Nobody don't want to hear no excuses. You folded. That's all that matters. We got a lot to lose. We got something to lose. Satan is just playing. It's just like when with Job. Yahweh said, "Yo, go ahead, go test Job. That's my man. He putting up 100 a game. He got like 50 assists. Go ahead, do what you gotta do. I bet you he ain't gonna fold. I bet you he ain't gonna fold."
He didn't. He kept that integrity no matter what. His wife, the Lord, Satan put a spirit on his wife to even come at him. Like, look, just curse your God, man. Look at you. You ain't got nothing. You know.
But let's just go into the test we gotta do. You think Yahweh would have been happy with Job if he would have folded? But you kill my children and you took away all my way to make money. Bro, we're not trying to hear. I was betting on you, man.
Right. Where's your faith?
Where's your faith?
If the Lord, He's the creator of everything. He's gonna give you, your increase, man. Everything that you lacked on this side, He's gonna give you the increase.
He control everything.
He just want to make sure you understand, man. Okay.
No, it's just bro. So when people come up against you, you can't say, "Well, they did that to me, so I did that to him." No, bro. No, man. You can get
but, and that's why the Lord told us that we have to be as little ones. Okay. We got to be as basically like children. Okay. Children don't hold grudges. Okay. Children are innocent. Something happens to you. Okay. Where they may not understand, they're moving on from it. The Lord told us to do the same thing. When we were smited out here, you have groups that literally, are in front of us and they mock us. Okay, we're not going to get upset and get all emotional because, we mocked or scoffed. No, man, this is the mission. This is the Lord's mission. Okay. So if you sitting up here thinking you're going to enter the kingdom of heaven, still with that carnal ass, emotional mindset that quote unquote 2/3, you worried about 2/3, bro. The Lord said, don't worry about none of that. Okay.
Bro, you wearing something crazy? The other day I went to the script. You know the scripture that says when all the child speaks as a child, a people child to sing. Do you know what that's talking about? Bro, when you go into that, it's talking about exactly what you just said. It's basically telling us, listen, y'all did what y'all did before my son came and showed y'all the blueprint. But now that y'all got the blueprint, y'all got to be as my son. Put away the petty stuff now.
Yep.
Now walk as actual men of the Lord.
Take up my cross. Like he said, take up my cross. Us taking up his cross is literally being long sufferers for Yahushua. So now we're going to go through exactly what Yahushua went through, but in our own timeline in the world today. Okay, it's the same thing, man. That's having the testimony, understanding what true long suffering is, understanding to be gentle amongst your enemies, amongst actually people who want to kill you. Okay, being gentle to all people. Okay, that's actually having the spirit of Yahushua, man. Being an example of our nation. You so-called Blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, you've never been shown this. That's why Yahushua, he woke up certain men to be an example to our whole nation. Because this is what the kingdom is going to be. That's why he says the kingdom is going to manifest. It's in you. That's going to manifest. While this world is crumbled and shit, Salakia, but we're going to be joyful. We're going to be in a spirit of love. We're going to be in a spirit of actual having meat and peace. Okay, when these people literally begging, okay, the famines hit, okay, they have martial law. We're gonna be our guard, we're gonna have clean clothes. We're gonna be Lord's will, we're those men, but we're gonna have a spirit upon us of building. Okay, that's why the Lord said the kingdom is gonna matter. It's within you. These people are gonna know, man, very soon. That light is gonna shine. The Lord said our light is meant to shine on mountaintops, man. So we're gonna be shining throughout all the nations, man.
This light is for the whole house,
for everybody.
Y'all want to save it for certain people?
You can't put a light under a damn a roof or or under a house, man. It's not gonna shine.
They trying it.
It ain't gonna
They
happen.
trying it.
It ain't gonna happen. It ain't gonna happen. And that's why the Lord, like I said, the gospel is now coming out, man. To actually love your brothers, man. That's what this is about.
That's why he said, "No, man, y'all can't get the job done."
Con,
Yo, King Saul can't do the yo Samuel, man. Go get me somebody else to do the job.
con.
Go get me somebody else to do the job, Samuel. King Saul don't want to do it. He want to rebel against me. Yo, go get me somebody else.
I can't think of the scripture now, but the Lord, He said that's what the kingdom of heaven is. It's about joy. It's about peace. Okay, all you guys think, like your Tazakah brought out last week. A lot of brothers think that the kingdom is just gonna be we're bashing everybody's head in for fucking 1,000 years, bro. It's gonna be a time period for that because it's gonna be a part of the transition of our kingdom, the build up of our kingdom. But that's not gonna be the whole 1,000 years, okay? And eternity, Salakia. That's going to be for a short amount of time. So talk about eternity. Eternity is loving one another. Eternity,
God said, man, we don't do this love thing right now, man. We going to do that in the kingdom, brother. We going to do that in the kingdom. Love is not for now. It's out of season right now. We going to love in the kingdom.
We gonna wish.
How you gonna bring the kingdom together if there ain't no love?
Exactly.
You hate people, how they gonna come together?
Exactly.
Exactly.
You want Yahweh to do all the work?
Right.
You want Yahweh to do all the work. So you want him to give you the love in the kingdom, but you're not going to rehearse the righteous acts?
Right.
You want him to do all the work for you.
So what was the point of him showing mercy unto you?
But that's that long suffering we was talking about.
Exactly. Right? Con. Them not understanding, we still want long suffering.
Right, gentlemen? I really appreciate what you're doing. I was a pastor for 25 years, so I value what you're doing. I appreciate it. We got a wedding over here at 3 o'clock. Can we just take a time out for just a couple minutes and let's do the wedding? Would that be all right?
So we're preaching the word of God. We're
Well, we're doing a wedding that's also will be the word of God.
What's the word of God?
No, I'm not saying no. I'm just let's have our wedding. Is all I'm asking. Just give
We
us
come out here every Sunday.
I
We
appreciate
preach and prophesy. So yeah, we appreciate the fact that you coming over here. But yeah, we're not. The word of the Lord has to go out.
I know. If you just give us a couple minutes for the wedding, we would appreciate that. That's all.
You can't quench the spirit. You know that. You a pastor.
I know.
You can't quench the spirit.
I know. Just all I'm saying, just give us a couple minutes. That's all.
He's in here.
If y'all just give me a couple minutes, that's all I'm asking. I'd appreciate it.
So let me get this right. So you came out to a public space. You're asking people that are around because you decided to come to a public space to basically halt what they're doing for you.
No, we rented the gazebo.
The
I'm fine. Yeah, we rented the gazebo. We rented the pavilion. It's not that big a deal. I'm just for a couple minutes. That's all I'm asking.
Well, what time is it now?
And then I encourage you, man. Preach it. Keep preaching the word.
Gotcha. Well, like I said, we're just going in the spirit. So, if it's the Lord's will, when you guys start, maybe we'll be done. But like I said, we're just going to, continue right now.
Yeah, it's only going to be a couple minutes. Thanks, guys. I appreciate it.
Romans chapter 12, verse 14. Bless them which persecute you. Bless and curse not.
So it said, bless when we get persecuted. That's when we should not. That's like you can get Luke 16:35. So it says we're going to bless people when we get cursed, and that's good. Okay, that's how we make our. That's how we so-called make our money out here.
Long suffering, man.
But you're not getting into the kingdom without any wounds on you. You got to be able to do something. Yahushua, he had to take wounds, so we got to take wounds.
How you going? Once again, how are you going to understand what long suffering is
if you don't long suffer?
If you don't long suffer, how are you going to understand being gentle, showing meekness? If you're not willing to actually put that spirit out, if you're not willing to be in situations to where you can gain, that exactly where you can gain knowledge about being meek, okay? Knowledge about or understanding about being gentle. You got to place yourself in those situations, man. That's why the Lord, he told us, he gave us the blueprint because the men of the Lord are going to be in those situations. Mm-hmm. So they're not going to be lost. That was it's a comfort, man. He's the comforter, You're doing all this. You're going to go through all this for my name's sake. But guess what? I'm going to show you why. So it's one thing. Yes. Thank you. What's that?
No.
Oh, no.
We're preaching the gospel of the kingdom. All right.
They were just talking about Genesis in the back 3 seconds ago.
Oh,
wow.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Okay. Yeah, you can circle around if you want.
Might not be good for them right now. I think they heard she gave it a whole different spirit. But anyway,
Yeah, Luke 6:35.
6:35.
All right.
This is St. Luke chapter 6, verse 35. It says, "But love ye your enemies,
Ooh, what?
and do good. But love ye your enemies, and do good, and lend hoping for nothing again."
Hold on, wait. We not even gonna get nothing back for it. All right. What else? What else?
Long suffering,
What else? What else? What else? Can't be that bad.
and your reward shall be great.
Oh, you gonna get a reward for this?
All right, because
Okay.
you're gonna know what long suffering is. You're gonna know what Yahushua had to go through.
Hmm.
It says, "And ye shall be the children of the highest,
What?
for he is kind unto the unthankful and to the evil."
Wow. See, that's where we make our money at. You nowhere else can you find in the scripture getting a reward outside of loving people who don't love you back. By people, I mean our people. Nowhere else can you find us getting a reward for doing anything else. You can't do it. It can't be done.
Romans chapter 12, verse 15. Rejoice with them that do rejoice,
Rejoice with them that rejoice.
and weep with them that weep.
Reap with them that weep. So, and I remember I used to be in the spirit because this is what I was taught. When somebody like talk about somebody who died, you tell a man the Lord did that. The Lord did that to him. No, well, Yahushua, he didn't tell Mary, like, listen, man, I know your brother died, but the Lord did that to him. No, Yahushua was out there crying with him. He ain't telling me the Lord did that. He'll be back in the kingdom. And you think Yahushua didn't know he was going to come back? Yahushua didn't say, man, stop crying like a little girl, man. I'm about to bring him back to life. No, Yahushua is still crying with him. Even though he knew he was literally about to bring him back, he still was crying with him. Because that's his words. If they're rejoicing, rejoice with him. They're weeping, weep with him.
Verse 16. Be of the same mind one towards another.
Wait, no, don't say that.
Mind not high things,
What?
but condescend to men of low estate.
Yeah, so you gotta be willing to deal with people on all levels. Okay, you can't be high-minded. You gotta be willing to deal with people on small levels.
Be not wise in your own conceits. Recompense to no man evil for evil.
So recompense to no man evil for evil. So you can't pay back nobody evil for evil. You say, well, I'm gonna reward evil back to a heathen. How you know that's a heathen? You gonna bet your life on it? Because that's what you're doing. Because if you do evil to your people, that's a dangerous game. Just because a person look like a heathen or act like a heathen, that don't make him a heathen. Because our people are worse than heathen. Our people, scriptures say that the righteous have become more wicked than the wicked.
This is Matthew chapter 5, verse 46. "For if ye love them which love you, what reward ye have?
John, you're not going to get a reward for loving a person who loves you. Bro, it's easy. That's light work.
Do not even the publicans the same? And if ye salute your brethren only, what do ye more than others?"
You're not doing more than others. And this whole thing is about, matter of fact, keep going.
It says, "Do not even the publicans so?
Uh-huh.
Be ye therefore perfect."
That's what it's all about, being perfect. God say, man, we can't be perfect. We can't be perfect. We can't. That's because you don't want to love people. That's why. You keep yelling you can't be perfect because you don't want to love your people. That's why you're saying it. Why would Yahushua tell us to be perfect if it can't be done? Yahushua, why would he set us up for failure? That makes no sense. He literally was giving us a blueprint. We're perfect when we love our people, especially the ones who don't love us.
Which is why also in Galatians, it tells you that if you're in the fruit of the Spirit, then the law doesn't basically pertain to you, because you're going to be you're fulfilling the whole law by just loving your brother. Okay, you're fulfilling the whole law by long suffering, by still having a peaceful spirit about you. Okay, because you're going to understand what love is, man, and that's the whole bridge to this. Charity is it's the foundation, man, of the gospel. Let me get up. This is Matthew chapter 5, verse 20. It says, "For I say unto you, that except your righteousness shall exceed the righteousness of the scribes and Pharisees, you shall in no case enter in the kingdom of heaven." So the Lord, he said, listen, the righteousness of the Pharisees and scribes, you got to go above and beyond them. Okay, so how they're just trying to teach you to, just love the brothers only. Don't sit up here and be an example unto your nation, okay? Just stick with the law, statutes, and commandments. All that love shit. Don't worry about all that. They're going off. They're going off. Okay? That's why the Lord, he said this. He says, but I say unto you, Salakia, verse 21, ye have heard that it was said unto them of old time, thou shalt not kill, and whosoever shall kill shall be in danger of judgment. So the Pharisees, they go by the books, So the Lord was saying, it says that if you kill, then you're going to get killed. Well, the Lord took it a step further, okay? It says, but I say unto you that whosoever is angry with his brother without a cause shall be in the danger of judgment. So the Lord understood, man, just because you don't kill someone, a lot of our brothers still had these envious and these jealous spirits, okay, of hate towards one another. So the Lord said, look, I'm going up the ante, man. Now you can't even be angry with your brother, okay? Now you're in trespass of judgment, okay? It says, and whosoever shall say to his brother Rakah shall be in danger of the council, but whosoever shall say thou fool shall be in danger of hellfire. And that word Rakah goes back into the word senseless, okay, or basically being an empty-headed man. And that's what a lot of these men, okay, they say that quote unquote 2/3 are. They're foolish, okay, they don't know anything. Well, guess what? You're in danger now of hellfire, man. You're not being peace, bro. You're not even being an example.
And that's those missiles y'all like to talk about.
The Lord said you're in judgment of those missiles. The nuclear missiles. Now you're in judgment of those, man. Because you're not loving your brothers, man. You're not being an example. You're still scattering the sheep. That's what the Lord was saying too. Why are you just saluting your brothers? What good is that? What building are you doing for your nation? Okay, what are you doing? We can do this all day. We can, I can sit here and be meek, to the brothers all day. I can sit here and be gentle all day. Now, the true test is when someone comes up and they want to scar or they don't believe. That's the true test. That's now having the testimony of Yahweh Shai. Now that's where that's where you get your stripes at. It's like
Romans chapter 12, rest of verse 16. Be not wise in your own conceits. Recompense no man evil for evil.
Recompense no man evil. And recompense go back to pay back. So don't give back to a man evil because he gave you evil. That's not how we operate here. Yahweh Shai didn't do evil for evil. He rewarded good for evil. Look at King David. Everybody want to be the house of David, right? Well, the house of David is all about rewarding good for evil. That's how you become a king.
And you read about King David, man. King David mourned over pretty much everybody that was his brother, whether he thought they were wicked or not, right? So, you can't be of the house of David doing the opposite.
What?
Right?
Bro, that don't even make sense. Like, I don't even know where people even get that from.
Recompense no man evil for evil. Provide things honest in the sight of all men. If it be possible, as much as lieth in you, live peaceably with all men.
So if it's possible, and we gotta do what we gotta do for peace. That's the mission. That's the name of the game.
This is okay.
Verse 18. If it be possible, 19. Dearly beloved, avenge not yourselves, but rather give place unto wrath. For it is written, vengeance is mine, I will repay, said the Lord.
So we gotta give place into wrath, which goes into we're gonna do what we gotta do. If people come up against us, we're gonna bless him and pray for him. But Yahweh Shai decides to do whatever he want to do, that's his business. But our job is to bless these people. Whatever Yahweh Shai got planned up, that's on him. But our job is to bless people. But when they come up against it, that's our job. Pray for these people.
Verse 20. Therefore, if thine enemy hunger, feed him. If he thirst, give him drink. For in so doing, thou shalt heap coals of fire on his head.
So if somebody come up against you, your enemy, you're gonna do what you got to do for him, okay? And in doing so, you're gonna heap coals of fire on his head, which goes into what? It goes into if the guy repents, good. That's one under your belt. But either way, but if he doesn't repent, it's going to be a swifter destruction on him because he was shown love. So now you're gonna get beat even worse because listen, my man showed you mercy when you were being rah-rah and you still had a stiff neck. Take this.
This is Ephesians chapter 4, verse 1. It says, I therefore, the prisoner of the Lord, beseech you that ye walk worthy of the vocation wherewith ye are called. So Paul, he understood he was a prisoner of the Lord. So what's a prisoner of the Lord? Well, now you got to take the high road with everything. You're going to be in a spirit of peace. You got to be in a spirit of meekness. You got to turn the other cheek against your enemies, okay? That's being a prisoner, because guess what? You're not going to act out of your own carnal desires, you know? When a man may say something falsely against you, you're not going to act out of your carnal heart and, go against him. You're going to be a prisoner of the Lord and say, you know what? I'm going to long suffer, because that's what the Lord wanted me to do, okay? It says, with all lowliness and meekness, with long suffering, forbearing one another in love. So you're going to be forbearing this because it's love, okay? Forgive them. They know not what they do.
Bro, it says forbearing in love. Because you got guys say, man, I'm put up with this like
God,
that.
right.
No, it said you got to put up with it in the spirit of love.
Right.
You got to want to do it.
God.
I got to put up with him.
You see, that also goes back into the spirits of the first fruits. The first fruits basically here, though they understand that they're basically the elders of the nation of Israel. So we have to once again and it goes back into the spirit. So these basically are our children, quote unquote 2/3, okay, are our children, okay, and people of our nation. So we got to show them and be an example. So if these are our children, you're gonna be in the spirit of being gentle. You're gonna be in the spirit of being meek, okay, long suffering, okay. Why? Because just what you just said, they're out of their minds, man. They're lunatic. They got demons on them. They don't know what they're doing. You're gonna be an example because Yahweh Shai said so, man. And you're gonna do it because you understand that that's love, man. We're gonna get it. They're gonna get it in the kingdom. But guess what? Into the kingdom, I'll show them an example. I ain't gonna add into the destruction. I ain't gonna add into the division. I ain't gonna add into the confusion. It says endeavoring to keep the unity of the spirit in the bond of peace. So you're going to be going through everything you're going through, but you're going to be doing it for the spirit or in the spirit of peace, man. Okay? You're going to be doing it in the bond of unity, man. That's what this is about. That's why Yahweh Shai, that's what he sent, that's what the gospel is about, man. True king mentality, understanding that you may have power, you can turn up on people, but you know what? I'm going to show love and turn the other cheek. I'm going to show love and show them an example unto how to be.
2 Colossians 4:15. For all things are for your sakes, that the abundant grace might through the thanksgiving of many redound to the glory of power. For which cause we faint not, but though our outward man perish, yet the inward man is renewed day by day. For our light affliction, which is but for a moment, working for us a far more exceeding and eternal weight of glory. So I brought that up because what we're going through now, this long suffering, man, it's only for a moment, right? But the glory that comes after, this is all worth it, all right? It ain't hard to be, what they say, you want to do good to others, man.
Exactly,
It does
right.
something to your spirit.
Right.
When you do wrong to somebody, that's when your spirit is grieved.
Exactly.
Even if he's your enemy, you go home, you feel bad. You say, man,
Right.
I wish I wouldn't have done that to that brother.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Right. So, that's it.
Come on.
That's right.
But that goes to what? That's like Galatians 6 and 9. You read what you sow.
Right.
Still in Ephesians chapter 4, verse 31, it says, let all bitterness and wrath and anger and clamor and evil speaking be put away from you with all malice.
What?
I'll read it again.
What?
I'm going to read it again.
You
I'm
sure?
going to read it again. Let all bitterness, all salakia, and wrath and anger and clamor and evil speaking be put away from you with all malice. And be ye kind one to another, tenderhearted, forgiving one another, even as Yahweh for Hamashiach's sake has forgiven you.
Well, you bringing up that love? Come on, man. Come on, man. Don't bring that up. Come on.
James chapter 5, verse 7. Be patient, therefore, brethren, until the coming of the Lord Yahushua. Behold, the husbandman waited for the precious fruit of the earth, and had long patience for it, till he received the early and latter rain.
So
That's
we're
the
going
point.
to Salak. Go ahead.
Be ye also patient, establish your hearts, for the coming of the Lord draweth nigh. Grudge not one against another, brethren, lest ye be condemned. Behold, the judge standeth before the door. Take, but
Salak. The Lord, all evil sayings, all clamor, all basically backbiting against one another. That shouldn't even be in our house right now. That shouldn't be. There shouldn't be videos on that. Okay, all that should be done away with, man. We did that in the world, man. We had that same spirit on us in the world. So now, are we doing this for Yahushua, or are we doing this for man's sake? Who are we following here? Are we following Yahushua, or are we following man? Because Yahushua, he told us to put all that crazy crap, all that hating, all that division, all that anger, all that malice, all that evil speaking of one another. He said, put that away, man.
so it's a change, breaking down the scriptures and doing sit downs,
Right.
or it's a change internal within you,
Right.
within
Exactly.
your spirit. Is your spirit supposed to change?
Right.
Towards your brother.
That
Does it
inward
change?
that inward man is going to grow, during all of this. Because once again, that outward man, he's literally taking it, he's being gentle. He don't want to be gentle, he's like, damn, he's being meek to people who probably don't even quote unquote deserve it, but now he's understanding, like, you know what, they don't even know what they're doing, man. So now he's learning how to actually move like Yahushua. Once again, who's it about here? Are you gonna follow what man says and continue to bash your brethren? They ain't shit. They got missiles waiting for them. Or you gonna follow Yahushua and let the Lord deal with that, but you just be an example?
What's the blueprint, right? You read about Yahushua, you see the things that he did, and you do it, right?
That's
you
the
imitate what
blueprint.
he did.
Yep.
How he treated his people, that's how you treat your people.
God.
Man, then what, like I said, man, you go before Yahweh, what can be said?
I try to be just like
That's
Yahushua.
right.
I just
I
want
follow
to be
that
just like you.
blueprint, just like you told me to.
That's the best answer. They like, nah, we just try to take it a step further. We condemned the people we knew that you were against. We did. Don't even worry about getting dirty. We already did it for you. I'm not sure to do all that.
Not at all.
Come on, your job. You're not dad. You don't beat ass. You're not dad. Dad beats ass.
There's a scripture in Samuel, I can't remember the name. These two dudes cut the brother head off and took it back to King David, like they were doing him a favor, right? Trying to get rid of wicked. King David killed them.
Yep.
They were the house of Saul. No,
That was so.
Oh, yeah,
no,
it was.
it was a I can't remember the guy's name. Two guys came, cut his head off, brought it to King David. And King David said, "You think you're gonna get away with this?" And he killed him. That was first last night. It wasn't Saul. I'll find it for you.
But either way, that's what's happening now. We're trying to devour one another when it actually shouldn't be that way, man. The heathen, their kingdom is crumbling. Okay, they're now at the bottom. They're becoming lowly. We should be building, man. The gospel's now out. I'm still in Ephesians chapter 4, verse 24. He says, and that ye, Salak, I started verse 20. I started verse 23. And be renewed in the spirit of your mind, and that ye put on the new man, which after Yahweh is created in righteousness and true holiness. Wherefore, putting away lying, speak every man truth with his neighbor, for we are members of one another. So we got to speak truth. We got to speak, we got to speak that bond, that charity, man, that charity talk, that kingdom talk, that edification, okay, that comfort, that understanding that Yahushua, he wanted us to love one another, man. I was about to say, I think he think the son something's gonna change.
Matthew 13.
This is St. Matthew chapter 13, verse 1. It says, the same day went Yahushua out of the house and sat by the seaside. And great multitudes were gathered together unto him, so that he went into a ship and sat. And the whole multitude stood on the shore. And he spake many things unto them in parables, saying, behold, a sower went forth to sow. So like a sower went forth to sow. It says, and when he sowed, some seeds fell by the wayside, and the fowls came and devoured them up. Some fell upon stony places where they had not much earth, and forthwith they sprung up, because they had no deepness of the earth. And when the sun was up, they were scorched, and because they had no root, they withered away. And some fell among thorns, and the thorns sprung up and choked them. But others fell into good ground and brought forth fruit, some 100-fold, some 60-fold, some 30-fold. Who have ears, let him hear. And the disciples came unto him, why speakest thou unto them in parables? So the Lord was saying, basically, this word, it's going to be a seed, but when that seed, it may not be planted onto firm foundation. Okay, some of the seeds, okay, that the sower had, they fell into stony places. So when they sprouted up, the heat, okay, withered them away because they didn't have a foundation. Okay, some, Salaki, and then the others, they that were actually firm into the ground, they sprung forth. And when they sprung forth good fruit. It's the same thing with the work of the Lord's, man. You want to have good fruit. You want to have a good foundation. And that foundation is the foundation of the Lord, that gospel of love, of charity, man.
I believe it's like Ephesians 4:17, where it says you got to be rooted and grounded in Yahushua and in love.
Done.
And that's why those guys, they were burned up. They weren't rooted. And grounded in Yahushua. They didn't have that love.
Exactly.
This is that scripture I'm talking about. It says 2 Samuel 4, talking chapter 4, verse 5. And the sons of Rimmon and Beerothite, Rechab and Benai, went and came about the heat of the day to the house of Ishbosheth, who lay on a bed at noon. And they came thither into the midst of the house, as though they would have fetched wheat. And they smote him under the fifth rib, and Rechab and Benai, his brother, escaped. For when they came into the house, he lay on his bed in his bedchamber, and they smote him and slew him and beheaded him and took his head and got them away through the plain all night. And they brought the head of Ishbosheth unto David to Hebron and said to the king, behold, the head of Ishbosheth, the son of Saul, thine enemy, which sought thy life, and the Lord hath avenged my lord, the king, this day of Saul and of his seed.
So it's a lot. They basically came to him like, yeah, Lord. He was trying to go at you. Remember, I got his head for you, Lord. I got him for you.
And David answered Rechab and Benai, his brother, the sons of Rimmon, and Beerothite, and said unto them, as the Lord liveth, who hath redeemed my soul out of all adversity? When one told me, saying, behold, Saul is dead, thinking to have brought good tidings, I took hold of him and slew him in Ziklag.
Yeah, that's what I was talking
That's what you're talking
about. I
about.
brought it to him and said, yo, we got the head of King Saul for you. You know, he was fucking with you. Right? He killed them.
Who thought that I would have given him a reward for his tidings? How much more when wicked men have slain a righteous person in his own house on his bed?
You did like 20 other sins on top of one. You think you know right? You just committed 30 other ones, trespasses.
They got this plan together, stuck in the brother's house.
We're gonna go to his house, kill him, nigga watch. His kids watching.
King David gonna love him, man.
He gonna love us for this, bro.
He gonna do it, right? Let's find out what he did. Shall I not therefore now require his blood of your hand and take you away from the earth? And David commanded his young men, and they slew them, and cut off their hands and their feet, and hanged them up over the pool in Hebron. But they took the head of Ishbosheth and buried it in the sepulcher of Abner in Hebron.
That's righteous judgment. That's righteous judgment.
Bro, that's crazy. They said they got the enemy right here.
I'm right here for you. You talking shit. You the king of Israel. They crazy.
Oh my God.
What's up, brother? What's up, brother?
Man, I'm trying to find y'all on YouTube, man. What's your name again?
Oh, yeah, I changed it. It's
Live
Waters, Virginia.
Living Waters.
He said, yo, you got the head up on the other side of the song. Rolled it out there.
Can you
He gonna love us,
Can you see this?
He gonna love us.
Exactly. We up in the chamber.
God.
Living Waters, Virginia.
Con? Yeah, I mean, yes.
Like CL.
CK, ain't no. This is Living Waters, Virginia.
Living Waters, Virginia.
Con is Hebrew for yes.
Yeah. So when he was telling you, Con, it's like, yeah, I feel you. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I think Jake going today. Look, we got these 2/3 hands for you. How much you much trying to love us now?
Make
Right
sure
here.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, sorry, coming late.
You good, bro?
Some y'all usually get them up.
Yeah, it's
probably like, well, usually about an hour. But
all
like I said, we be out here every Sunday, and then we do videos throughout the week. So now, you subscribe, you still, keep in touch. If there's any questions or anything, just get on the comment board. And like I said, we can meet out, meet back Sunday.
Yeah, I'm just trying to educate myself a little bit.
I understand, brother. It's a good thing to do.
What you trying to do?
The good thing about this is not a religion, man. This is not
Yeah,
like that's what we're not African ones, we don't trees. That's us. They want to know.
Yeah, they don't want to spend again.
What's happening? Yeah, what's happening?
How did y'all get so educated?
Remember, wars, but ultimately the spirit, the war, the spirit on this, these brothers aspire, have dreams in the world, things they were working on and people doing it just kind of, say, hey, look, I got a potential. Right, so, just, it's the spirit, man. But, hey, later God before, right? I used to go to my mom something like this. Yeah, right. Yeah, well, I must have got a big, house. That's good. That's good.
Well, to be honest, I'm glad I did. You know what? Because no one knows I know it's that.
Right.
I just never thought right about that.
Right.
I was stepping the wrong way.
Yeah.
That's my moment.
Right.
I like seeing Santa Claus.
Right. 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 What I think might be outside. I'm not down with no God love. Everybody, only my people getting killed here. Exactly. I ain't down with no God like that. Only my people dying. Well, he loved everybody.
That makes sense for me.
I'm cool. Right. Other people killing us look like that. I'm cool. I feel like that God's for me. I'm ready. Yeah, no, I mean, right.
Never hope. He's going to
Said I'll be one of them too.
A lot of black people on the East Coast of Virginia. Really, so far down there, look it up. They have the dog guys, changing stuff up, man. They call
be you know how they be, the Egyptians, and they be having like the number 666. And they try to relate all of it like it's like equals together. I always felt like that was a lie.
What's it's the number of man. It's the number of man. So right now, you ever notice how like everything here is like under this like everything that's six, like six is the mark of man. So this kingdom is the beast. It's his kingdom. Like everything's here is carnal. It's about cars, clothes, women. It's the spirit of man. It's the spirit of that beast. So that number that is six is basically the mark of that of a system of ideology. Everybody under that damn that cloak, So it's hard to I see what you mean, but it goes back into once again that the image Revelation tells you about the image of the mark of the beast. So that image is what the mask. You see the man got the mask. About 6 feet apart. That's that image. That's what Satan wants on the planet. Everybody will be removed from actually being human to connect to the Most High God. He wants it how he wants it. So everybody has balance, everybody has a chip, So now he can be like God. I know everybody, So that's that mark. That's that 666. That's the image. So that's what now we're moving into that image where now they're saying you can't go into the store unless you have the vaccine or mask. So Satan's now, he's once again it's that balance. They're rising up. You see Satan, he's trying to come down harder. He's scared now. Now the Lord is showing, his people are waking up, So now we're a threat to the society. We're a threat to this, this whole system, So that's cool. They do everything the same. So right now, looking at the kids, looking at the black kids on the DC for the blood, for that, that's all the black kids do. That's more than gold. Yeah, that's more than gold. So your skin, your melanin in your skin is worth more than gold. What can I do? Exactly. Whatever they want. Whatever they want. Do you know that you're so-called black and Native American man, and they actually have your skin, your natural business is better than any other nation on the planet. You can deal with more pain. Your pain tolerance is more than any other person. So your melanin, you're actually a super different. You got powers, that the Most High gave that now it's not a lot. It's not a lot because we can trample down so much. So now we got to come back to our God. That state, that godlike state, that we're yeah, right now we're in a trample down state. But once again, that dry, the spirit is now upon us to where that dry bones, now we're waking up now. We shake that dust
like mission or something like that,